Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Fall is officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in to The Breeze. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got DP in studio as well. To my left, Haas Tabrizi streaming in 402-464-5685. We do got NFL on the brick and mortar, so watch the streams. It's on the Ticket app as well if you got people out there looking to listen. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Haas Tabrizi, how's it going on this chilly Sunday? At least it is in the capital city.
Happy Sunday. It's a great day. Had some great games last night. It was pretty fun.
We'll get into that for sure.
Yeah,
I'm on a heater. I'm on a heater, and the show hasn't even started yet. I'm on a heater, and I just.
We're talking about wrestling first?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. So with college football play. So the idea and the concept of making meaningful games, since you're going to play bowl games for money, right? Since you're going to play for money, give them value. But in the first 170 plus years of college football, however long you want to go back to 1869 or 1898 or whatever the first game was, that money drove it. And then championships. And I keep saying, if you don't tell me what the priority is for college athletics, if it's championship winning versus money versus the student athlete experience or the fan experience. And if you don't make up your mind and tell me what the focus is, what the priority is, you end up with constant and considerable chaos. The goalposts are always moving, always. And for the first 125 years, there wasn't even a championship game. The elites got in a room and privately voted who the best team in the country was. So you could accept the money and paybacks and envelopes from all of your best friends around the country to vote your team as the best football team. So then you say, you know what? Let's actually play.
Nebraska and Michigan.
Let's actually play a game.
You shut it, Haas. I heard that comment.
No, I go through all of it, right? So that then you determine that, you know what? Other teams deserve involvement in postseason because the two elite bros, frat bros, get
making all the
awarded
rules
a championship, 100%. But that other people deserve bowl games and consideration, right? So then you have championship, and you said, well, listen, I'll put our champion against your champion, and they'll play in a bowl game, right? And we'll give a title for that because at least we'll know that amongst champions, we're better than you. Like we're the best of the champions. And then you say, well, listen, quite frankly, because you weren't having championship games, that was speculative. Sometimes you'd have a tie, and sometimes you'd split. Then you needed more bowl games, which meant more money, which meant less about winning, but more about money and partnership. And then you partner up with the bowls. You go, you know what? Pac-12, Pac-10, and Big Ten. We're going to be best friends. And we're going to make tons of money every year. And the granddaddy of them all. Let's call it that. The granddaddy of them all. Hey, but we'll put it in a Pac-10 site because nobody wants to come to the Big Ten sites in the winter, right? In January. So let's put it in Pasadena. Cool. Miami goes, well, wait, we're warm weather. We're pretty cool. We're fun. Hey, what do we have down here? Let's start with the Southern teams and then the Eastern teams, and let's put them together and do business. All the while, you're just including more people in the discussion. And when they finally get to the playoff, the championship game, and then the playoff, and then the extension of the playoffs, the more you extend, the greater the reach and the greater the money. Also, the greater the opportunity and the greater the exclusion. The more you include, the more that want to be included. They just did a thing today where if you tell me that at the beginning of the season, here are the rules for how you get in the playoffs. Every single team, every player, every admin, every exec, they know exactly what it's going to take to get in. And quite frankly, the rule is simple. 1A, win all your games. Then you don't have to rely on anybody. You don't have to trust anybody. It's not a popularity contest because quite frankly, the winningest team, the teams that win the most get the credit. And it doesn't matter. You can get into who you play.
Well, Florida State broke that rule, and that's how we got into the college football playoffs.
But this is the thing, right?
They were 13. No,
through all of this stuff, that if you win all your games, okay, so then we need to make it so that if more teams win all their games, we can include them. That was the new goalpost. Was if you
I wasn't even remember when the Florida State quarterback went out?
Well,
they had a team with one loss,
but you didn't have enough. You didn't have enough games for it. You didn't have enough space for it. So then you create enough space for it. And in the space, you have to say, if we're going to make amends, if we're going to move the goalpost for Florida State, we also have to move it for James Madison. You made the rule for Notre Dame. You didn't make it for JMU. You made it for Notre Dame. But guess what? As a parent, when you make the rule for your eldest child, the youngest child figures out how to beat out the system. That's how it works. Okay, cool. Then you go through and you say, listen, we don't care about any of that. In the end, there's certain partners who invest more and make more money and are of interest. Now, they're going to forget the fact that James Madison and Tulane and North Texas, and there were several BYU, several not sexy programs that had their fans watching games this year, late in November and December. That should be the win. But no, what they decided today was we're going to bypass the reason why we set the rules. We're going to bypass the people who earn the right to be in these conversations. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in the third best team from the lowest of the Power Four conferences. We're going to put in a team that couldn't get in the championship game against a Virginia team we didn't want in the playoffs, and a 5-loss Duke team that they couldn't beat to get in. You put them in, and then you say, "Hey, BYU, we know you're special," like air quotes. You're special, but you lost twice. Hey, we lost twice to the number 4 team in the country. We didn't lose to anybody else. Like we didn't lose to any non-playoff teams. They didn't lose to anybody other than the number 4 overall seed. And they said, hey, never mind. Never mind. You don't deserve to get in either. So you'll get to 16 teams next year because they're going to have to.
Yep.
But you know what that means? There will be 8 teams. 8 teams who sit outside. They're outside the ticket window, banging on the door during the voting because you move the goalposts again, but then you forgot your blind spots and you forgot the intent. So Haas Tabrizi, with all of that, I'll ask you, kind sir, how many teams should be in the playoffs and what should the rules be? Commissioner Tabrizi, the floor is yours.
I feel like the championship game was last night.
No.
It was last night. It was last night.
No.
Yes, it was.
You know why it's not last night? Because they set it up so that Ohio State's going to play its first playoff game in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who's in the bracket with them? Yeah. They put a Texas team in the bracket with the Buckeyes. Listen, if you don't think that some of these things didn't really play out, you better hope. Think about it. Tulane and Ole Miss, the winner goes to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that you want to be in the Sugar Bowl against Tulane or Ole Miss? Sir. Sir.
So you're good with Tulane and JMU being in there? I know that's what the rules are.
They earned their way in.
So what are you're upset that Miami's in over Notre Dame?
How is the third place team? How is the third place team in the ACC, a 5-loss win championship conference? How are they in? You could tell me, you know what? It was going to be Virginia all along. Or you could tell me it was going to be the champion all along. But you can't change the rules and then say neither of those two are good enough. But hey, the third best team. And oh, by the way, Dabo wants you to answer his call, because if you're taking the third or fourth best team in the ACC, Clemson just say, "Hey, we only lost 4." Like what are we talking about here?
Well, you look at BYU, who was ahead of Miami. They have to play in a conference championship game, and they get punished for it. Miami, who wasn't good enough to make it to their own ACC conference championship game, gets rewarded.
Bruh.
That's why it's broken.
It is some special kind of, hey, magic. This is some Penn and Teller stuff that's going on.
The ACC was crazy. The ACC was.
So I'm just going to quickly go through it. We'll keep breaking it down. Just for everybody that's listening on the app, though, I have the college football playoffs pulled up, and then your 1 seed is Indiana because they took down Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. Ohio State gets the 2 seed, Georgia gets the 3 seed, and then Texas Tech gets the 4 seed. Those are your 4 buys. Then it was number 5, Oregon. They will be facing number 12, James Madison. Number 8, Oklahoma will be facing number 9, Alabama. Number 11, Tulane will be facing number 6, Ole Miss. And then number 10, Miami facing off versus Texas A&M. That is the official bracket.
Hey, you know Tulane and Ole Miss played already this year.
Oh, it was a massacre.
You could have flipped that. You could have flipped that. You could have flipped that. You could have sent James Madison to Oxford, Mississippi. It wouldn't have been that big a deal. Much closer trip.
Mm-hmm.
Would have made all the sense in the world. Hey, man, send the green to the green. Go ahead and do what you do. Nope, didn't care. You can say that, hey, it matters how you do in the championship game, or you can say it doesn't matter. Whoops, out of convenience, don't really want to talk about it. Don't really want to talk about it. Like, there is insanity in this thing. And it becomes too much about what is it today? This is why I do not like preseason polls. This is why I do not like polls before. The ranking system has always been flawed. I guarantee you that Harrison knows more about James Madison football now than he ever has before. You know why? Because you had to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You had to watch it. Do you think the people who vote for the top 40 watch 20 football games every week? There's zero chance. It's a popularity contest. This is a beauty contest. Stop telling me.
Well, then Notre Dame should always automatically be in. They're always automatically in.
Well, but here's you don't think that there's some get back in this thing?
Well, it happens every year with the way they set up Bama. Bama doesn't get punished for losing their
Bama got punished last year.
It's the Big Ten saying, Notre Dame, if you want special treatment, get in a conference. Get in a conference. And they didn't even say which conference. And imagine this. If you're BYU, why would you want, if BYU was independent like Notre Dame, it's in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's in the playoffs because it doesn't play Texas Tech twice.
Then they get to keep all that money.
They get to
'Cause they
keep
don't
all
have
the money
to
because
share
it's
with
just
their
on the
conference.
network. It's on the network. It's on their own network. They're making their money.
Yep.
So one thing to reflect on, last year it was chalk for the first week for the playoffs. So Texas beat Clemson, the 5 seed won. Ohio State, the 8 seed, beat Tennessee. The 6 seed Penn State beat SMU, and the 7 seed Notre Dame beat Indiana. So it was 1 through 8. And not one team from 1, 2, 3, and 4 won last year in their first game. It was
right. Like
5 versus 8 Texas, Ohio State, and 6 for 7 Penn State, Notre Dame. And the championship was 7 versus 8.
A&M will beat the brakes off Miami. They're going to run in college. They are going to beat the brakes off Miami. A&M is then going to face Ohio State in Texas in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Ole Miss and Tulane. Now, I don't know that I know enough about Tulane to say that they're going to play at home in New Orleans, but a part of me wants that, because if you have an Ole Miss, have we seen Ole Miss and Georgia play
this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're going to say to me, listen, there's a playoff game where I don't know who to root for, because I can't root for either of them openly. That Alabama and Oklahoma, I want them both to lose. But I'm kind of looking forward to Alabama winning so that they travel to Indiana and just get mollywopped. Just powerballed out of the stadium. And then Oregon and Texas Tech, I'm cool. But I'll also say this, Haas, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dukes beat Oregon. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because they're going to keep Oregon's offense on the sideline. They're going to run, if they're plus 20 plays, offensive plays, they beat Oregon. Actually, I think plus 15 plays. If there are more offensive plays against Oregon, it's a problem. But I'm
not going to count James Madison.
And then to say that championships don't matter, right? Because you say Indiana, Ohio State were 1 and 2, so okay, they're going to stay 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, that was messed up. Georgia should be 2, no matter what.
No, they shouldn't. If 1 and 2 play each other, you just said that was the championship game. You said yourself that was the championship game. So if you were,
I think the 1 and 2 played each other, and the 2 won and the 1 lost. It was a close game. That makes sense for a swap there.
Yeah,
why would they go?
But Georgia just destroyed Alabama, and you can argue that they're in the best conference. So
Alabama can't run the ball to save their lives.
Alabama's a 9 seed.
If Alabama won that game, would they have been a 9 seed?
The number 3 beat a 9 seed, bro. Big whoop.
If Alabama won that game, would they have been a 9 seed?
Yes.
No.
If
Alabama won the SEC championship.
Nope, they're literally explaining to you that it didn't matter what happened yesterday when it comes to that sort of ranking. The body of work before yesterday was good enough.
They did. That's why Alabama didn't go down and they actually went up.
That Texas Tech, quite frankly, might be the number 2 team in the country. But based on season to date, they left them at 4. It made all the sense in the world. The 4 top teams were the 4 top teams. They weren't going to change that. They were not going to change that. Win, loss, or otherwise. They were not going to change that.
Let's put DP on the stand with the lawyering skills that you have. Who are the 2 best teams in the country, and who are the 2 teams you would not want to face?
They played last night, Ohio State and Indiana. If you're asking me outside the top 4, who do I not want to face?
Anyone in the country.
No, out of the top 4. The top 2, the Big Ten conference had the better conference this year. And by proximity, the only other answer is Oregon. Because Oregon had to go toe-to-toe with 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Without 1 and 2 being 1 and 2, Oregon's in the top 3.
Okay. You're not taking Georgia over either team.
No.
Okay.
No, I saw Ohio State, and I don't think last year's Ohio State team is as good as this year's Ohio State team. And I saw them.
They have some dogs on defense.
It's like SEC, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They have some dogs on defense.
Yeah, paddle them on the back, but they still got dogs. There's nobody. We watched Georgia. There's nobody in Georgia secondary that can cover anybody from Ohio State. And nobody up front from Georgia wants to deal with the ground game that Indiana is going to bring to the table. Indiana's offensive scheme and its defensive pressure, its ability to get to a quarterback.
That D-line.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness. Like, and none of them. I mean, Texas Tech is a problem. But I also, the reason why I say this, watching JMU, I've watched 6 games of JMU. And I don't look at, Harrison and I have had this conversation at night. I don't look at JMU as little brother to Virginia Tech. I don't. Because I grew up in an era where Charles Haley and Gary Clark was what JMU was. They always beat Virginia Tech. It was never a surprise. They always had dogs. Problem was you had people that were either academically elite, high level, they were undersized in some dimension, and then they go to JMU. Well, this version of JMU, the last 4 years, that's a different JMU. Ask Kurt Signetti. Google him. Right? And now UCLA is, you know what? Give me some of that Harrisonburg, Virginia flavor. Right? Because whatever y'all are doing, it's a problem.
So this isn't a Oregon this isn't a 1 versus 16 NCAA men's basketball matchup. This is an actual, oh no, Oregon can lose. And Oregon only lost 1 game, and that was to Indiana. So this could be a dogfight with the Dukes.
Everything with the Dukes. The Dukes, let me say this as simple as I can say it. The toughest on purpose, right? The toughest matchup they could have in this first round is Oregon. But if you lined up James Madison against Miami,
oh gosh,
you lined up James Madison against Tulane, go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me.
Oklahoma, I think the 7th best team in the Big Ten could beat Miami.
Oklahoma, who can't score. I don't think James Madison would want to go to College Station. They certainly would have no fear of Ole Miss because the pressure's all on Ole Miss. Ole Miss, like, whatever, bro. Right? And the last time Alabama got a really good independent team, a team outside of their force, I was at a Sugar Bowl with Utah, and Utah paddle spanked Alabama on national TV in the Sugar Bowl. So they're gettable too because they look terrible. They look basic yesterday.
Something's wrong with them. But no, seriously, Miami, I don't know how they're in there. I really do think Iowa could beat them. I do think Michigan would destroy them. I do think who else is in the 5th ranks for the Big Ten?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be Penn State. I mean, Illinois, maybe.
Illinois, Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, as you said.
Well, Michigan definitely. USC would beat Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's perfectly in play, right? That for everything that's in play. And again, I preface this with this. The entire reason why you have the playoffs, one is to be more inclusive. If you're not, at least from the fan standpoint, more people are included in the conversation. From the business standpoint, those folks don't care. It's just more money. It's just more money. We don't leave them Harrisonburg, Virginia dollars out. We don't need to leave the Commonwealth of Virginia's money out. We need some of that money too, right? Because you imagine that the state of Louisiana was relying on LSU to keep them relevant. Oh, who knew it was going to be Tulane, right? And you're not going to leave that football market out, right? You need Florida. You need the state of Florida. You can't have college football playoffs without Florida. Notre Dame, we would say we need you in Indiana, but we got, I don't know, Indiana. They're doing business, man. They're playing chess. The fans are thinking like checkers. They are playing chess, and they are pulling in big, big dollars.
Hoss, you got any disagreements with that before we throw it to break?
All I'm thinking about is how amazing Indiana looked last night. And Ohio State looks like an NFL team, and Indiana just out-physicaled them. And they have a quarterback that's making throws on a dime when he's moving. Like legit number 1 overall pick quarterback.
Plus, that was one of the first times in a while where I've seen Ohio State choke the way they did. That shank was brutal.
They deserve it.
Hey, well,
they deserve it.
Well, they could have kicked the field goal in the previous.
No, I mean all credit to Indiana.
No, they could have kicked the field goal early
Right.
when they got stopped where his knee went to the ground.
Yeah,
like
they deserve it.
Discuss why coaches, college coaches, and pro coaches all of a sudden, hey, taking 3 points. Like what? Well, how is that?
You know what drives me crazy is like I get it, the analytics say, but at some point you have to consider what have you done in this game, and you have been getting worked by
the
Indiana.
Nerds power to your job. That is crazy,
right? Like
that is crazy.
I saw something last night. Oh my gosh! I changed back to the UVA game after the game was over, and the UVA coach, is turning to somebody and asking, "Hey, do we decline the penalty?" Like who? What? Why is the UVA coach? Seriously, I was so disgusted. It's going like this. Do we take the penalty? Do we keep it? Do we make it go second down? So it was 1:55 left. UVA was on defense, down 7, and Duke they just needed to run the clock out, and they had a penalty. And obviously, when you get a penalty, that means the clock stops. And the coach was contemplating whether to take the 5 yards and run the play again to lose 40 seconds. Are you freaking kidding me? Asking analytics if he should do that?
That's why they get paid millions to do it. All right, we got to throw it the break here.
That's why they lost. They need a better coach.
Yes. We got to throw the break. Don't go anywhere. This is The Breeze. Haas, Tabrizi, Harrison Arns, DP. We'll talk to you in a bit.
The savings continue all November long at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. They're extending their red tag sale with machines placed at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Plus 10% off snowplow kits, 10% off fly motocross gear, and 50% off all in-stock road tires. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for the holiday season.
This Black Friday, it is time to hit your goals before the new year even starts. At Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, get 40% off our next 10-week challenge, plus 6 weeks for free to kickstart your fitness journey. Start training December 1st with kickboxing, strength training, and personalized nutrition. So when our official challenge begins January 10th, you're already ahead of the game. Spots are limited. Don't wait for January to make your resolution. Start strong now. Visit fxbeatlincoln.com or stop by one of our 2 locations at South 40th and Yankee Hill or North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. Stronger starts here.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Hi, Charlie Stone here, and it's that time of the year again. Time for the annual Happy Honda Days at Honda of Lincoln. With me on the line, Andy Goodyear, to tell us all about it.
The exciting news is we have more selection and more savings. We have over 400 new 2025 and 2026 Hondas to choose from, with a great opportunity to get year-end savings on every remaining new 2025.
Do you have some Happy Honda Day specials?
Sure do, Charlie. For example, you can lease a new 2025 Accord Sport Hybrid for just $349 a month, and we have financing from just 0% APR. We've also included over 125 pre-owned of all makes and models, and as always, our certified pre-owns are in this sale as well.
Well, maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Leaves are falling and temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Winter leagues begin on December 1st and are open for registration. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker Watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate or team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at doubleeagle.golf.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. From now through the end of November, Ferndale fresh turkeys are just $3.99 per pound and in limited stock, perfect for your holiday meals. Plus, you can stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. With locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha, get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
If you are a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment number 2, The Breeze, Harrison Arns, DP, Haas, Tabrizi, 402-464-5685.
You guys are always welcome to join in. Broke down the college football playoff bracket. It is officially out. Miami squeaks in through the back door as BYU gets left out. And then, of course, the Duke-Virginia game led to a lot of complications. All right, Haas, Tabrizi, I'll give you the floor. We can keep dialing in on some college football playoffs, or you can take it somewhere else.
I wanted to talk about the NFL for a minute, and I imagine it's a waste of time because the teams I was going to talk about are kind of like talking about the Miami Hurricanes. I was actually going to bring up the Bengals and the Dolphins and say they have a chance to make the playoffs. And then that was at 12:59 Eastern time, and they're obviously dominating right now, which makes sense. Playing the Jets would do that, but playing the Bills, what is wrong with the Buffalo Bills? Why are they so bad right now?
Yeah, football is the cyclical game, and the longer you're under the bright lights, the longer you. I mean, it's the same thing with Chiefs. People know more about you. The Eagles, the Eagles are one more rotation around from people figuring out how they're going to play against the Eagles.
It's harder to pay everyone too. The thing that sticks out to me this year is it's a lot of the younger QBs on cheaper deals that are sitting in those positions. Drake May's got a better team around him. Even the Colts aren't paying Jones ridiculous money, so they can put a little bit better. The Bears are able to put a better roster around it with all the talent they have on offense.
You just mentioned Daniel Jones in the same conversation as the teams that are talking about for Super Bowl.
No, teams that aren't spending a ton of money, that have a lot of wins, that aren't spending an insane amount of dollars on their quarterback right now.
Teams can stop paying people. The Patriots had a dynasty run without paying people. Like there's a way. People just want to get it. You know, they want to get into the sexy spending, and I need to get people to buy tickets. So I need to. No, quite frankly, it has nothing to do with it. Like it's the same thing with NIL. It's simple conversation. No, the game is the game. Like listen. You can go out and get a $3.5 million college quarterback. It don't mean you're going to play in the playoffs. That's not what it means. That's not what it means. It's the fact that people keep doing the same people, the same mentality of people, making the same type of decisions, keep figuring out why the Daniel Joneses of the world exist. They haven't figured it out. Like, no, you want somebody that can actually play the game, right? At a high level, consistent. That's how simple. But Brock Purdy was out here. He said, you know what? It didn't matter. I'm just going to go ball. I'm going to go ball. And I don't have to be the best quarterback in the country. I don't have to be the best quarterback in the division. I got to be the best quarterback I can be every day. That's it. Like, you can get caught in the money game. But, yeah, the Jets and listen, Joe Burrow has a lot of money. What's that doing for the Bengals? What's it doing for them?
Has a 3-8 team ever made a playoffs?
Sir. I don't know.
Did the Dolphins do it when they rattled off a bunch of wins with Flores? Did they?
No, they got close. They got close. I don't think they got in.
I don't think they did either.
I don't think they got in. And
3-8 team making the playoffs.
Well, I mean, there are teams that, I know there were some Redskin teams that started off poorly and then ended up at 500 getting in the playoffs. There are teams that, and now that you have the additional spot, and it's just like college football, that sometimes a bad divisional champion. There was a sub 500 divisional champion that almost got in, right? There's a 7-8.
No, there's a 7-9 like Buccaneers team or Saints team or whatever. And then they beat Marshawn.
Yeah,
it was the Saints.
Yeah, so it happens.
They usually fall into the playoffs, though. They don't go and win.
Yeah, it's happened 4 times. 2010, the Seattle Seahawks 7-9. 2014, the Panthers 7-8-1. 2020, the Commanders 7-9, and then 2022, as you mentioned, 8-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah,
but that didn't answer. We don't know if those teams were 3-8.
I'll have to go back individually and look at their season.
Yeah, I don't know that. That's one of those.
Those are just sub 500 teams,
yeah,
not 3-8.
But that's a subplot to the subplot.
Yeah,
like we can always do that. Like how many 2 and 7 teams made it in the playoffs. You can go down that rabbit hole if you want. I just think that I'm okay with letting it play out. The Bengals are the Bengals. The Bengals. You have arguably a top 5 quarterback, arguably a top 5, maybe 2 top 10 receivers, with a top 5 tight end. And it still doesn't mean that you're going to find a way to get it done. That is a thing that you still have to defend. You still have to block. You still have to tackle. Football is a humbler, man. Whatever you don't do well, if you don't do it well long enough, somebody's going to figure it out. Somebody's going to figure it
crazy.
out.
McDaniel was definitely out the door like 5 weeks ago.
Got hurt again. Daniel Jones he's limping off the field. I can't, literally, they're going to stop the game and get him off the field because his lower leg.
You knew that. I shouldn't say you knew that was going to happen, but you were worried when he was going to go out there. I felt like there's no way he's going to be able to play through that. He looked awful in practice.
It's the whole thing. It's the same thing with young New York Giant QB. Like you're going to go through. Listen, it's what happened we talked about it with Jaden Daniel. We talked about it with Lamar Jackson. If Lamar's healthy, the Ravens are at the top of the AFC. If he's not healthy, and he's still not healthy, because he's now playing as though a guy who's either hurt or trying not to get more hurt, that's a difference maker. Like the physicality of the game, Mahomes has figured out that I need to keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to keep it moving. Aaron Rodgers, look, I'll throw it away before I take some of these hits. He lets you know. Like he told Tom, look, there's some hits I'm going to take because I need to take them. There's them extra hits. No, sir. No, sir. Caleb Williams figured out, you know what? He's a year away from changing the way he plays. This is the last year he's going to take all these hits.
He's doing better. Last year, it was getting destroyed.
It's going to cost the Bears a playoff run because he's going to take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy. If Purdy's healthy, the Niners are sitting on top of the NFC. Hoss, is that not a fair statement? Like,
they lost the game because he played injured.
Right.
So, against Jacksonville. So that's one game. There's no doubt one of the losses that Mac Jones had, Brock Purdy would have won. So, yes.
Yeah. So It's the opposite of NBA. NBA load management is a thing. In the NFL, I mean, what? Because of the way they manage, remember, you went from a 12-game schedule to a 14-game schedule to a 17-game schedule, 16 to a 17-game schedule. They're trying to go 18, right? They'd love 20. But the reality is, then you have to expand the rosters. You have to allow for the additional quarterback. You have to allow for additional running back. Why? The wear and tear. The wear and tear is going to play out, and that's simply how it is.
So you brought up load management in the NBA, and I am the first person to bring up how I don't think LeBron James is helpful to Los Angeles Lakers. I would like to point out, how old is he right now? 40 what?
72.
41?
He is 72 years old. He's 66. It's retirement year.
If there's anyone that deserves load management, if there's anyone that deserves to take a week or two off, it's LeBron James. Okay. I am not going to bash how he plays this year. I'm not. If people are going to say how amazing he is based on what he's doing this year, then I'm going to speak up. But I have problems getting out of bed at 43 years old. I can sprain my ankle just walking down the stairs. If I play tennis the next day, I can't play tennis. So if LeBron James has a sciatica issue or a foot issue or any of those things, he's over 40. And if you don't understand what that means, just listen to Kevin Hart on Netflix and realize that you can go on injured reserve from sneezing over 40. So,
yeah, Hoss, you'll appreciate this. Literally, I'm doing a Zoom call. I had 2 Zoom calls back to back last week, and that meant 2 hours of being stationary. And I got up out of the chair and couldn't walk. Like, my hip had misaligned at some point during this thing, and I made a sound that I heard my grandfather make many. And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, did I just hurt myself getting up? Like, sitting down and getting up was too much for my body. And then my daughter said a thing to me, because she, Dad, how you doing? I was like, I'm okay other than this hip of mine. And she goes, Dad, you realize you're old now. I was like, and she goes, no, seriously. She goes, you're older than your grandparents were when you were a teenager. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, that's true.
I shouldn't laugh because I'll be there too one day.
Oh, for every blessing in the world, you'll get there.
You're not wrong. What was it, 2 weeks ago, DP? You were talking to me in there, and you gave me a message. You walked out, and you popped something.
Oh my God! I was like, oh, I'm the I'm not the cool granddad. I'm just the granddad.
How many more years before we get the walking stick with the tennis balls on the bottom?
Oh, I did that for a bit. Well, I did that 10 years ago when I had the surgery. When I had the surgery, I was that dude. At 53, I was 55. I was using a walker. So the fact that I can walk as much as I do now, winning.
That's why you walk home every night.
It's a reminder every day, bro. The things I complain about, I once prayed for.
All right, Tabrizi. The beauty of streaming, we're just going to skip over this break. We'll keep alive extra content for the people out there since we've been a little bit long on that second segment anyways. So, Tabrizi, we still got about 8 minutes left. I'll give you the floor again.
Remember when you said which wrestler is the Nebraska football team over there? And who'd you say?
Dominic.
Mm-hmm. What university in the college football playoff is Gunther? And I know if you say it in 3 seconds, we have the same answer.
That's funny. That is funny. But no, I would actually change it. Well, the correct answer is actually Indiana.
Oh no.
The correct answer is actually Indiana because we don't know how good they are.
Oh no. Don, say something to him, please.
They're not bad. They're undermarketed. We don't have an identity. There's a bit of an identity crisis Like so much so where they tell you Google me. That Google me is Gunter. Google me is Gunter. Gunter's letting you know I'm the best wrestler in the world. You don't know it, so Google me. You want to know how I have the championship belts? Google me. I do work. I just all them people y'all hyped about, I beat them. All of them. I line them up and I beat them.
Haas is just an agony.
No, but it's Haas. Am I wrong?
I gave you a layup.
No, am I wrong?
Yes, very wrong.
Who do you have as Gunter? Gunter. No, the U is. Let me.
Don't
think
say
about
Jey
it.
Uso.
No, the U is.
It's Jey Uso.
The U is.
Rey Mysterio.
No.
No, he's not in that category.
You know what? You know what? The U is Drew McIntyre.
I went Jey Uso because it's all flash and no substance.
No, Usos. I mean, we need that hype. We need that hype. We need that hype. I think that I'm not sure.
Indiana's Brock Lesnar. Are you kidding me?
No. They're not. Ohio State's Brock Lesnar.
No, Ohio State's Roman Reigns.
Because then in the same token, then who's Michigan?
I would give Michigan Cody.
See, no, I would say that Cody is Texas Tech.
They haven't won anything.
Until they do.
They're not winning a championship.
I don't know that they don't this year. Who's
There's
got
no
a long
story for them to finish?
Who? There's the story. When has Texas Tech been good? We have to go back. You got to go back. Right.
Yeah, hold up. Texas Tech is only good because they're in a conference that is similar to Tulane's and JMU's because there's no Nebraska, there's no Oklahoma, there's no
No.
All those teams left.
Are you kidding me? BYU, Utah, what are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared of BYU and Utah. Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm nervous about it.
Utah broke up the Pac-12, bro. What are you?
Utah is equal to Texas. Utah is equal to Oklahoma.
USC bailed. You know what? We tired of coming to Salt Lake City and getting manhandled. UCLA, we don't even want to schedule you anymore.
Oh, that's because you love Utah, man.
BYU is doing it with smoke and mirrors, man. They're doing it with green jello and funeral potatoes. And then playing on Sunday. They ain't even watching NFL, bro. They give you the work. Tell me you talk about the Big 12?
It took Mike Gundy being out of college football for Texas Tech to win a championship.
No, it had not. Mike, you want to talk about one of the most overrated people in
I'm a man.
That's why he's famous. But.
Overrated?
Yeah, down the stretch there, it wasn't competitive.
Overrated? Like, what did he do?
I just wanted to
he took Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders U and turned it into the JV. Like, stop it.
Look, Texas left, Oklahoma left, Nebraska left. Who else left? The Big 10, 12, whatever, 8.
Well, I mean, you could say that about the ACC, but if you because a five-loss team is the champion of the ACC. So if you're going to attack,
no one left. They just got worse.
Well, I'm just saying to you, if you don't think, I tell you what, you know how good Utah is. That being the bridge between the Midwest and the West Coast, how many Big Ten teams schedule Utah?
No one. How many of the West Coast schools schedule?
They're right there.
It is
listen,
by definition a flyover state. They don't want any business land in there.
The Michigan, they've had them as neighbors. Colorado's like, listen, we would rather play Nebraska than Utah. It tells me you've never gone to a game in the state of Utah then. Because I can tell you that the big dudes up front for BYU and Utah on both sides of the ball are better than the SEC and the Big Ten. The big dudes up front The big dudes up front are look, and I'm telling you, I used to work the all poly camp where forget about all that Under Armour lineman stuff. You want to know where the real work is being done? Go to the all poly camp and had them 300 pounders run a 4.8 and then throwing up 340 pounds like it's no business.
We'll get to see it.
So Michigan is John Cena.
I don't know. We have to go back and do a whole list. Then you'd have to do a whole list.
That could be fun. Just
like
Big Ten teams only for next week.
Well, if you have to do a conference, because if you did the whole country, then Alabama becomes a part of the conversation.
Alabama's John Cena.
Georgia. Well, some would say that Georgia's John Cena.
Alabama doesn't. Alabama has more history.
Alabama would be The Rock.
Georgia would be The Rock.
Would be John Cena.
Notre Dame would be The Rock.
Oh, you're just trying to piss off The Rock.
He's the U. He's the U. That's the U. That's why it can't be Gunter. Can't be the U. The Rock is the U.
Well, that's why.
There it is. There it is. That's how that works. That's fair.
Fine,
that's fair. That's fair because if The Rock came back and wrestled for the championship, then people would go, he doesn't belong there. He's absolutely the U, 100%.
Tabrizi, before we get out of here.
Oh man,
what do you got for the people of Lincoln?
DP and me will be in Washington, D.C. next Saturday watching John Cena and hopefully someone attacking Gunther backstage.
Yeah,
Saturday's main event.
Somebody else gets to wrestle. Yeah, that is literally what we're hoping for. I'm getting it as of now. I'm getting in Friday. I may come in Thursday. I'm leaning back and forth to see how that works. And then we've promised we need to watch football with the Niner fans next week. So, Hoss, I'm dragging you to it, letting you know in advance.
All that, and we'll get
to basketball
these guys as well. Appreciate it. That is Hoss Tabrizi. I am Harrison Arns. We'll keep it rolling here on Ticket Weekends, Ticket Sunday. Bills Thrills up next as we keep this weekend rolling right here. Don't go anywhere. 93.7 The Ticket.